All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get this party started. Clay Kirchenbauer and Patrick Pieper have the front row. Justin Swafford and Pudge on that second row. Jacob Morgan and Edmund Jones on the third row. Jeremy Edwards, Blake Veakin on the fourth. Tyler Ott and Cody Kennedy rounding out your top 10. Richie Joplin starting in 11th and Josh Friel in 12th. Andrew Thornton in 13th, DP Riggins in 14th, Dustin Slover 15th, Russell Worth starts in 16th, Colby Whipple in 17th, Jarrett Woodard starts in 18th, Ryan McDaniel in 19th, Jeremy Root in 20th, Mike Brown starts 21st, and Brian Hewitt rounds out the 22 car field here tonight. 150 laps, some big, heavy, high-powered cars, no fast repairs. Who's it going to be here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds? You'll want to watch the starts and the restarts very closely. The tires on these things do not provide a lot of grip. This track is slick. Getting the power down is very tricky. And of course, as always, Steve is out here cheering on Blakey Poo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo as all the drivers roll off pit road. I have broadcast a lot of races here at Nashville, and I can tell you the Fairgrounds always puts on one heck of a... Well, I was going to say one heck of a show, but it looks like the drivers are doing that already. They're doing pace laps down pit road. I have no earthly idea what happened here. If you missed out the other night for all those big announcements, let us know what you think of that new logo. Should have it everywhere by the time GT3 NSS returns. And we have new intro music from Scarlet Revolt. And all those logos that were submitted will be used. Angie will be using one specifically for her, so that'll be exciting. I'll be using this one for broadcasts. And a lot of exciting things coming up very, very soon. We've been hard at work this week. Looks like they delayed the green flag, giving everybody a chance to get them packed up. And more importantly, it looks like they're trying to get those tires warmed up, get a little heat into them. Looks like Jeremy Edwards has missed the grid. He will start from pit road. Here we go into 3 and 4. Pace car should be in this time. Pace car is in. Clay Kirchenbauer leads them out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air from the Nashville Fairgrounds. Everybody gets the power down off into turns 1 and 2. Jeremy Edwards is rolling off pit road, off into turn 3. Swafford on the high side trying to get something going here early. A lot of battling up inside the top 10. Tyler Ott making some moves here early. Cody Kennedy already up 3 spots into 7th. Andrew Thornton up 3 spots into 10th. DP up 3 spots. Jeremy Root, we talked about him in pre-race, one of the fastest guys out there, currently running in 15th. This is a guy who has repeatedly been at the top in Road to Pro. How he's not ended up as a pro is still a big question mark. Hey, good evening, Tina. How are you? Clay Kirchenbauer out front, Swafford in 2nd, Patrick Pieper in 3rd, Pudge in 4th, Jacob Morgan in 5th. Cody Kennedy, who had charged up, is starting to lose some ground. Tina, I think Ryan's been playing it fairly safe here in the early going, sitting back in 21st. Honestly surprised we have not seen more chaos yet. Clay Kirchenbauer still holds the lead. Swafford trying to find a way around. Richie Joplin now looking on the inside on Cody Kennedy. Oh, Cody is way up the track. Richie's going to come by. Tyler Ott gets a run down to the inside. Andrew Thornton, new to this group, but you've heard that name on Monday nights, currently running in 10th place. And Jeremy Root continues his march to the front, up 7 spots already. Currently sitting in 13th. Brody, I will do my best not to, buddy. DP Riggins in 11th, starting to make some moves as well, up 3 spots. Tyler Ott makes the move past Cody Kennedy on the high side. Josh Friel currently in 12th. Jeremy Root looking underneath in 13th. Root is definitely going to be a tough guy to beat. Justin Swafford has taken the lead from last week's winner, Clay Kirchenbauer. DP Riggins, who came into tonight with the points lead, sits in 11th. DP has the biggest lead that we have seen all season long. 15 points over Justin Swafford, but Swafford on the march to close that gap. Josh Friel has had a problem, no caution. Oh, Friel just gets loose out of 2, ends up down into the inside wall. Gonna see quite a bit of that off of turn 4. We talked about how bouncy, how bumpy this track is, how easy it is to lose the car, especially off of turn 4. Down at the bottom at the exit of turn 4, there are some really big bumps that really want to unsettle that car. Richie Joplin now up 4 spots into 7th place. Sets his sights on Edmund Jones in 6th. Andrew Thornton has gotten by up into 9th now as Cody Kennedy, who charged early, has started to fall. But look who's behind Cody. Jeremy Root now trying to make a move on the high side. Already seeing brake rotors glowing after just 16 laps. Root sends it deep into turn 3 and gets the run off of 4. Jeremy Root now up to 11th. He is marching forward. Another driver on the move, Ryan McDaniel, now up into 16th place. We saw him as far back as 21st. Playing it safe in the early going, but he has cranked it up and starting to move. Brody, I do not think they will have any brakes left either. In fact, in listening to the drivers talk about it, a lot of brake adjustment, a lot of brake bias adjustment going on throughout the entire run tonight. As Clay is retaking the lead, Swafford in 2nd, now under attack from Patrick Pieper in 3rd. The car changes a lot over the course of a run here at the Fairgrounds. Hudge all over Pieper's back bumper. Josh Friel up on the high side, now going a lap down, the first car to be lapped here tonight after that spin off turn 4. Just trying to hold on and hope for a caution. Swafford's car may be going away on him. Swafford has struggled the last few laps as he already used up the tires. Clay Kirchenbauer out front, starting to lap driver, sets his sights on Brian Hewitt in 20th. Colby Whipple, who we saw having problems in qualifying, no problems in the race right now. Colby up 4 spots into 13th. Blake Veakin currently running in 12th after starting in 8th. Looks like he might be struggling here early. The top 6 still run the same way they started. But from 7th on back, there are a lot of movers. Richie Joplin in 7th up 4 spots. Tyler Ott in 8th up 1. Andrew Thornton up 4 spots into 9th. And here comes Jeremy Root. He started in 20th, running in 10th, but now has the run underneath Thornton for 9th. Cody Kennedy had a big charge early on in this race, was trying to run down the leaders, but is now drifted all the way back to 15th. Ryan McDaniel closing in. Edmund Jones currently sitting in 6th. Swafford starting to slide backwards. He is now back into 5th as Pudge moves up to 3rd and Jacob Morgan into 4th. Russell Worth, meanwhile, going a lap down. And Edmund Jones starting to look underneath Justin Swafford for that top 5 spot. Clay Kirchenbauer, though, continuing to lead, but Pieper has closed in right there on the back bumper, and Pudge trying to reel that top two in. Lap traffic is going to be huge here tonight. Clay already navigating quite a bit of lap traffic and has more directly ahead in the form of Mike Brown in that 11 car. It looks like a lot of drivers have pushed those tires too hard, too early. This track is definitely tricky to run. You want to run the bottom to protect it, but that eats those tires up and they start getting greasy a lot quicker. This track is slick enough without having greasy tires on it. Jeremy Root now up to 8th place, continuing his march. Setting his sights on Richie Joplin. Oh, we've got one around. I believe that was Edmund Jones, no caution. There's Edmund on the bottom coming out of turn 2. Hits those bumps. Gets loose and just slams that inside wall. Managed to get it wound up enough that not a lot of damage, but did lose a lot of track position. Pieper and Kirchenbauer now have a 2-second lead over Jacob Morgan in 3rd. Pudge now back to 4th. Swafford still holds on to 5th. But Richie Joplin, and here comes Jeremy Root now up into 7th. Clay trying to work his way past the lap car of Russell Worth. Looked like Russell had tried to get down to pit road, but may have had a problem. Now these drivers can make it 85 to 95 laps on a tank of fuel. So they can do this race on a single stop. So tire strategy will be the biggest deciding factor unless a caution comes out. I have watched Jeremy Root race a lot of different cars. I can tell you that 3 car is going to be very hard to beat. He knows how to take care of the car, the tires, the brakes, everything else. He is always a tough competitor. Russell Worth finally did make it to pit road. Swafford in 5th goes up the track. Root looks down to the inside, can't get there yet. Clay Kirchenbauer, meanwhile, coming through lap traffic, and look who it is. 15th place, Cody Kennedy. Cody, who was charging at the start of this race, about to go a lap down. Cody definitely used that car up a little bit too early. He had a ton of speed, just could not sustain it. Ryan McDaniel now up to 14th. He is moving forward quite well. He is reeling it. Blake Viken is on pit road. McDaniel going up the track. He's going to let the leaders by. Clay having another great run here tonight. Looks like Swafford is coming in. This is not a tire stop, or this is not a fuel stop, rather. Caution is out. Caution is out as Swafford was headed in. Viken and Worth were on pit road. The first caution of the night. Jared Woodard involved. Oh, Woodard looked like he got a little loose, had to catch it. Morgan gets into him. Jacob had nowhere to go, and Woodard just couldn't get the car out of the racing groove. And what a turn of events we have here. Clay Kirchenbauer heads to pit road. Patrick Pieper stays out. The rest of the lead lap cars are coming in. Pieper now has the lead, and Cody Kennedy looks like he is going to be in the wave around position. He is coming into pit road. And it does look like McDaniel stayed out as well. He'll get waved back around, and he'll come in. Patrick is not hitting pit road. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, Doug?
Hey, I have to question everybody behind you on fresh tires. You got the track position, but is this going to pay off?
Well, I am a lap ahead of them, so, I mean, I could battle with them, and I just had a feeling that the first yellow is probably going to create a few more yellows after that, and I think our fuel window is like 95 laps, so if I could just get to like about lap 60 or 70 or something like that, and then find a good window to pit, I think I'll be all right, but like I said, it will be tough to defend these guys off on fresh tires, but we'll see.
Well, it's definitely a gutsy strategy, and I do think you're right. The restart here is always exciting, and there is a big possibility for a quickie caution here.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if I could just get it close to 60 or 70 laps, I think I'll be in a good position towards the end.
Well, man, I hope it works out. That's a gutsy move. I hope it pays off here, buddy.
Thank you. We'll see how it goes.
Patrick Pieper has the lead right now. Clay comes out in second, Pudge in third, Jacob Morgan fourth, Richie Joplin in fifth, Tyler Ott, DP Riggins, Jeremy Edwards, Andrew Thornton, and Colby Whipple round out the top 10. Jeremy Root comes out in 11th, Ryan McDaniel 12th, Justin Swafford and Edmund Jones, the top 14, the only cars left on the lead lap. 7 or 8 cars already a lap down here. Clay has been putting it on him now. As we've talked about all season long, the restarts, lead lap cars on the outside, lap down cars on the inside. It is old school. Pace car is in. Patrick Pieper controls the restart. Green back in the air. Edmund Jones on the inside trying to get back to the lead lap. Edmund does have fresh tires, and Swafsky in the wall. Swafford managed to recover, but he was in the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Edmund has cleared the leaders, as has Blake Viken, and Cody Kennedy starting to fight his way past Pieper. Oh, we've got a wreck between the lappers. Caution is out. Blake Viken, Edmund Jones get together. Lap 50. I think they both just got loose. Let's see what happened. Blake goes off into 1 and 2. Edmund up top. Oh! Blake snapped loose, tried to save it, comes up and gets into Edmund. Second caution of the night. Patrick Pieper called it. And in all the excitement, Pudge manages to slip by and take the lead. Cody Kennedy did get himself back on the lead lap. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him. Hey, Cody, it's Doug. You got me?
Yep, I got you, buddy.
Hey, a rough start to this when you had a ton of short run speed, then lost a lot of ground. Now got yourself back on the lead lap. Can you start fighting your way up and hold on to the tires?
I'm hoping I can. I was having some, I don't know if I was having technical difficulties or if I was having a mechanical issue with the car or something, because it would just quit turning on the center of the corners. So hopefully I got it figured out here.
Well, hopefully so, man. Early on in that race, it looked like you were setting a blistering pace. Obviously, the car went away, but hopefully you got everything lined out. You're back on the lead lap and back in contention. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Cody Kennedy back on the lead lap in 13th. Hey, good evening, Matika. How are you? Did Peeper catch a piece of that one, Brody? I did not think he did. Thought he just barely avoided it. Let's watch the leader and see if he gets through this clean. Right in front of the whole oh no, Patrick did catch a piece on the right front. You're absolutely right, Brody. Good call out. And hey, say goodbye to that logo. As we mentioned, that the replay logo, all the logos will be changed out this weekend. Might even get to see Angie's new logo as well. If you missed out on the big announcements the other night, don't worry, they're still on YouTube. Here we go, green back in the air. Pudge leads them down. Pudge's farewell season, hoping to get back into the victory lane, hoping to come home with the title. Bristol Dirt hurt in a big way. Peeper in second. He did not come in, so everybody behind him is coming by. Clay Kirchenbauer down on the bottom, back into second. And here comes Jacob Morgan. Peeper losing ground quickly. Richie Joplin now up into fourth, and looking back, Jeremy Root in 11th. We saw Root charging his way up. Oh, Whipple goes up the track. Whipple ran into turn one a little too deep, almost gets into Thornton's back bumper. Root's there to take advantage. Lap traffic coming into play as here comes Root looking under Andrew Thornton for ninth. Edmund Jones in 16th, no longer on the lead lap, trying to fight his way back up. Now Clay Kirchenbauer looks underneath Pudge, the battle for the lead. Pudge has the better run off, but Clay says nope. He goes back to the lead. Clay has been so strong in these cars the last few weeks. It seemed like Clay was just not quite himself in the early season, but since that season update and the physics updates, it has definitely gone to Clay's hands. And he is getting faster. Jacob Morgan now to second. Pudge to third. Richie Joplin lurking. Pudge way up the track. Richie to third. Pudge fighting back. That high line definitely has a momentum advantage big time here, as we've seen several passes up top tonight. DP Riggins, the current points leader, currently sits in 7th place, up 7 spots, trying to reel in Tyler Ott in 6th. And Jeremy Edwards sneaking his way forward, now up in the top 5. Pudge and Richie still going at it. And during practice, I did see a lot of guys pushing situations 3 wide. Not the best track to go 3 wide, but I know some of these drivers can do it. And that could definitely make things exciting here. Pudge slides back down, almost comes across the nose. Pudge pulls the crossover move on Richie Joplin. And makes it work. Great move by Pudge and Nowski. Take a look at this pass again. Pudge has been trying to fight him off up top. Richie gets it deep into one, but pushes up. Pudge shoots it down to the bottom and comes by. Pudge sitting in 3rd. Jeremy Edwards now in 4th. Richie slipping back to 5th. And that allowed Tyler Ott to close. Caution is out. Patrick Pieper involved. Pieper down on the inside. Cody Kennedy up top. Edmund Joe. Pieper just gets loose through 1 and 2. Clips Whipple. And Mike Brown is caught up in it as well. DP Riggins on pit road. Clay is in. Jacob Morgan's going to stay out. Jeremy Edwards staying out. Andrew Thornton, and look who else. Jeremy Root getting some track position back. Cody Kennedy also up to 5th now. Looks like whatever problems he was having, he's got it fixed. Joshua Friel now into 6th place despite being caught up in that incident. Remember, these drivers do not have fast repairs out here this season. Only a few select races. Tonight is not one of them. Most of these guys have been out here about 25 laps on tires. We talked about how slick this track is, how hard it is to put the power down on the restarts, even with fresh tires. This restart is definitely going to be one of the most interesting we see all night long. All the drivers that pitted this time can go the distance on fuel, or are going to be right there at the cusp. The pace lap should help put them over the top. Edmund Jones coming in to top off. Colby Whipple came in to top off on fuel as well and get some repairs. Jacob Morgan with the lead now. Jeremy Edwards up into 2nd. Kevin, it's a little late for that much coffee, bud, and I love my coffee. Lights go back out on the pace car. Lead lap cars on the outside, lap down cars to the inside. And it looks like Swafford gets waved around back to the lead lap. Moving Mike Brown and Brian Hewitt up to the inside. And they delayed the green flag for a lap. I know, buddy. Hopefully you get that squared away, Kevin. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like, follow, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons. It helps us out tremendously. Lights are still on the pace car. It looks like there might be Colby Whipple back in topping off. This is definitely going to help everybody who was close on fuel. We knew the pit window about 85 to 95 laps coming into the race. Most of these drivers that pitted on lap 68 should be right there where they need to be. Jacob Morgan did not come in. The top 6 did not come to pit road. That definitely gives an advantage to those lap cars on the inside with fresh tires. Oh, awesome, Kevin. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday mornings. All right, lights are back out on the pace car. Jacob Morgan leads them down up on the high side, and here we go. Green flag back in the air. Everybody gets the power down nice and smooth. Look at this, Ryan McDaniel now up into 13th. Pieper on the bottom making a move. Tyler Ott seems to be having a blinking issue. Pudge now back up into 9th. Andrew Thornton, one of the rookies here tonight, currently running in 3rd. Cody Kennedy, oh, Jeremy Root just sends it on the high side. Root now up into 4th. Jacob Morgan still the lead. Edwards in 2nd, Thornton in 3rd, but Root, who has been marching forward all night, is closing in. Cody Kennedy has Blake Beacon underneath. Beacon not on the lead lap, but Blakey Poo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo trying to follow. Holy cow, Blake. Hold on to her, buddy. Caution is out. Colby Whipple involved. Colby Whipple coming down the front straightaway toward turn 1. And just sends it in too deep. And oh, collects Ryan McDaniel. Ryan McDaniel had been fighting his way forward all night. Cody Kennedy is back in. Joshua Friel is back in. Ryan McDaniel is coming in. Edmund Jones is in. Looks like a bit of damage to Ryan's car. Colby's got significant damage as well. Without fast repairs, these guys are just going to have to do what they can do. It is definitely full send tonight there, Dean. And I think Colby went full send into turn 1 as well. Jeremy Root heads to pit road, giving up 4th. Let's see if we can talk to 2nd place, Jeremy Edwards. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me? Hey, sneaking your way up here through the field, quietly keeping the car clean, doing everything right tonight.
Yeah, actually, I started from the pits just because I wasn't sure how the race was going to go. But actually, it's been really clean. So a long green flag run there in the beginning. I just kind of took it easy and trying to take care of tires, and I think I got up to like 10th or something like that. And then everyone pitted there, and I'm right on the edge of making it if we go green from here. So we'll see what happens with the field.
Well, it looks like the pace laps are definitely going to help, but a few guys dropping in for fresh tires here. Is that worrying you at all, knowing you're close on fuel and you might need to conserve?
Yeah, I'm not going to conserve. If I run out, I run out. It is what it is. But I mean, the guys that pitted for tires were already fast to begin with, so I'm sure they'll be up here before too long.
Well, man, good luck, and hopefully we see you full send it back to victory lane, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Jeremy Edwards sitting in 2nd, close on fuel, but not conserving a drop. Jacob Morgan in the lead. Andrew Thornton in 3rd. Richie Joplin in 4th. Clay Kirchenbauer, who has led the most laps so far tonight, currently sitting in 5th. Pudge has fought his way back to 6th. Pieper fought his way back to 7th. The guy that's been moving forward all night, Jeremy Root, currently sitting in 12th and on fresh tires. Lap cars start to line up to the inside. Lights out on the pace car as they come down towards turn 3. Getting ready for the restart. Jacob Morgan in control. Pace car is in. Morgan fires there. Away. Green flag back in the air. Beacon on the inside trying to get a lap back here. Ryan McDaniel also trying to get a lap back, not far behind in 16th. Edwards slips by Morgan and claims the lead for the first time, and it looks like Andrew Thornton is coming by. Caution is back out. Tyler Ott involved. Tyler Ott sends it off. Ryan McDaniel pushes up the... Oh! Holy cow! Tyler has to check up. Nowhere for Jeremy Root to go. From another angle here. Oh, McDaniel gets down low. The whole field checking up a little bit. And ran out of real estate. Our 5th caution of the night, lap 85. Oh, Kevin, it got hot today, buddy. And it's getting hotter this weekend, too. So you can expect quite a few streams, probably from both me and Angie this weekend. Because neither one of us want to be outside when it's hot. We're getting a little too old, a little too long in the tooth for that. Joshua Friel, who has had problems early, has fought his way back up into 10th. Great run by Friel tonight. Cody Kennedy seems to be losing ground again. Jeremy Root, a little bit of damage after that incident, but I don't think it's going to play a factor here. Ryan McDaniel has massive steering problems here. With the car straight, his steering is at the 9 o'clock position. Ryan still on pit road after having a great start to this race. We're going to have to get Ryan some more Lucky Charms for his sim rig. Yeah, Kevin, I have similar issues due to the MS. Lights are out on the pace car with Jeremy Edwards in the lead. Andrew Thornton in second. Jacob Morgan in third. Richie Joplin fourth. Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. Pudge, Patrick Pieper, DP Riggins, Justin Swafford, and Joshua Friel round out your top 10. 16 cars still on the lead lap. Pace car is in. I wouldn't do that, Ryan. Green flag back in the air. Patrick Pieper, one of the guys we've been watching all night. He is led and looking already to the inside on Pudge, but a lap car comes into play. He can't make the move yet. Jeremy Root, who has been marching forward all night, highest he's gotten is into the top 5, but one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car out there. Caution is back out, lap 92. Patrick Pieper involved. Pieper trying to fight his way back to the front. Lap car under, oh, he gets loose out of 2. Minimal damage, but loss of track position will be huge. Patrick Pieper not having any luck here tonight. Yeah, Ryan, I can imagine, buddy. Let's see if we can get a quick word with the 10th place car, Joshua Friel. Hey, Joshua, it's Doug. You got me?
Oh, I got you, Doug. How's it going?
Good, man. I gotta say it was a rough start for you, buddy, but you have done a great job of fighting your way back here.
Oh, thanks. I just getting lucky missing these accidents here.
Well, sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, and tonight it definitely looks like that is paying off.
Yeah, I still got a little wheel damage, so it's pushing a little hard in the corners, but I don't know. I'm making it work.
Well, man, so far so good. Obviously not the way you wanted to start, but you're definitely headed right back in the right direction.
Yeah, car feels pretty good. I think I'll be happy with the top 10.
Well, man, good luck. Keep it up. A great job tonight, buddy.
Yep, thanks, Doug.
Joshua Friel sits in 10th place. David Michael Lee, how the heck are you? Have not seen you in a while, buddy. Brody, I'll pass it along, but Tina, I know he was doing Ryan was doing awesome tonight. Patrick Pieper did call it earlier. He said those cautions would bring cautions. He did not expect to be in 2 of them. Had the strategy going good early on. He is on pit road, rushing to get back out before the pace car. Whipple making his way back out. Ryan McDaniel, unfortunately, still on pit road. Kevin, you definitely got to go for it, buddy. Expect Ryan McDaniel back out in a couple of laps. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. David, I have never had a problem with what you say, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. I know you had a rough go of it there for a while. Here we go. Richie Joplin on the high side on Jacob Morgan. Clay Kirchenbauer following him around that top 5. A little bit of a breakaway. Pudge in 6th, losing ground. DP Riggins now in 7th. Cody in 8th. Justin Swafford in 9th. Joshua Friel in 10th. And Jeremy Root on the attack again in 11th place. He's going to clear the lap traffic and start making his march back toward the front. Meanwhile, Jeremy Edwards has opened one heck of a gap on Andrew Thornton. 0.8 of a second at the moment. Hey, thank you, Ryan, for the stars. Appreciate it, bud. Again. Jacob Morgan sits in 3rd. Clay Kirchenbauer in 4th. Still having to battle with Richie Joplin, though. Clay gets a better run out of turn 2. Gets himself a little breathing room. Jacob Morgan, Andrew Thornton. No! Andrew gets into Clay. Caution is out. Clay Kirchenbauer, Andrew Thornton involved. Both drivers having a great run here tonight. Andrew way up the track in 3 and 4, just gets loose out of 4. Clay gets collected. And then they meet again as they try to stay out of the racing line. See what happened to Thornton here. Looks like he got in a little too deep. Slides it up the track. And just loses it on power. Well, I appreciate it, Ryan, but man, I'd rather see you finally get back to victory lane, buddy. It is long overdue. You've had too many good runs with too much bad luck. Jeremy Edwards still has the lead. Jacob Morgan now to 2nd. Richie in 3rd. Pudge now up to 4th. Cody Kennedy back up into 5th. DP Riggins in 6th. And look at this. Jeremy Root up to 7th. Swafford has been recovering from his earlier problems, now in 8th. Joshua Friel in 9th. And look at Blakey Poo has snuck back up into the top 10. Tyler Ott in 11th. Edmund Jones back on the lead lap in 12th. Pieper in 13th. Mike Brown in 14th. Brian Hewitt in 15th. Clay and Andrew still on pit road with Colby Whipple in 16th, 17th, and 18th. Ryan, I've watched a few, and you go out there and you get so many wins. David, I think we went half the race last night with the Nowski boy, or with the ex-Cowboys, and never had a caution. But once they started, man, it got wild. Clay Kirchenbauer, Andrew Thornton, both still on pit road. Clay is rolling. Andrew's still sitting there. Andrew Thornton, in his first race with the Nowski Nation, was putting on quite a show until it all went wrong. Andrew does get rolling, but he is going to be a couple of laps down here, as is Clay Kirchenbauer. Paulo Anacito, good evening, buddy. Cheering on Blakey Poo tonight. Pace car makes the drive to pit road. Jeremy Edwards leads them down. Ryan McDaniel back on track on the inside. Green flag back in the air. 40 laps to go at the Fairgrounds. Ryan trying to fight there on the inside with Jacob Morgan, trying to hold on and maybe get some of his laps back here. A little bobble. Morgan goes way up the track. Richie Joplin sitting there in third, Pudge in fourth. Cody Kennedy starting to attack again. Cody no room to get by though as he battles with Pudge. Ryan gets low. Blake Beacon back in 10th, trying to fight his way forward, but Tyler Ott Jeremy Root gets together with the 13. Caution is back out, lap 111. Mike Brown gets caught up in this one. Mike just trying to avoid it down low. Joshua Friel up top. Gets on the brakes. Jeremy Root gets deeper into the corner. Can't avoid him. Several cars get caught up and piled down at the bottom of the track. Jeremy Edwards has the lead. Morgan in second. Richie in third. Pudge fourth. Cody Kennedy in fifth. And points leader DP Riggins now back up into sixth place. DP was not leading the points going into last week's race. Pudge had that lead, but after Bristol Dirt, Clay Kirchenbauer's win moved him up to 8th in points, and DP managed to pull up into the lead with the biggest points lead we've seen all season long, 15 points. Jeremy Edwards, though, every restart, the last 2 or 3 restarts, Jeremy has been able to pull a gap on the field. He has definitely been one of the more consistent drivers out here, and more importantly, that car has stayed clean all night long. Lights back out on the pace car. Ryan McDaniel moves up to the front on the bottom. Ryan currently in 19th place. Trying to fight, get some of his laps back here. These old school paint schemes like that Tide car just look beautiful and definitely take you back. Pace car is in. Edwards fires their way. Into turn 1, and McDaniel again fighting Jacob Morgan, trying to get himself in position to get a lap back. Andrew Thornton also back there trying to get back. Pudge sitting in 4th, looking on the high side on Richie Joplin. Has not been able to get to the outside. Cody Kennedy still in the fight as well. They clear the lap traffic. Now things start to heat up. Jeremy Edwards once again pulls a gap on Jacob Morgan. 0.6 of a second and growing. Richie Joplin 1.3 seconds back. Colby Whipple and Andrew Thornton have had an incident back behind, no caution. Colby Whipple coming through 3 and 4. Whipple just gets loose. Andrew Thornton was down on the bottom. They're both low enough to stay out of the groove and keep moving. Patrick Pieper has also had a problem back behind. Out of turn 2, deep into turn 3. Oh, gets loose. Clips Ryan. Ryan manages to save it. Friel gets by. Close call for him as well. Colby Whipple has towed to pit road. Jeremy Edwards lead, now just half a second over Jacob Morgan. Richie Joplin now closing in, bringing Pudge with him. Cody Kennedy still lurking. Justin Swafford, DP Riggins, and now Jeremy Root back up into 8th. Edmund Jones battling with Blake Veekin. That's the battle for 9th place. Veekin on the bottom. Edmund pulls away. Veekin still trying to fight underneath. Can't make a move, but not giving up. Jeremy Root in 8th, now all over DP's back bumper. Cody Kennedy sitting in 6th, closing the gap on Justin Swafford at the moment. Swafford got by a couple laps ago. Cody still having some handling issues. And look at this, Root back underneath DP Riggins. Root's gonna clear into 7th place. Now Jeremy Root setting his sights on 6th place Cody Kennedy with 23 laps to go. How far can Root get here? Justin Swafford now in 5th, closes the gap on Pudge. Richie Joplin gets himself a little breathing room for the moment. Jacob Morgan still staying within about half a second of the leader. Jeremy Root continues to be the driver on the move all over the bumper of Cody Kennedy. He gets the run down to the bottom. Keeps his foot in it off turn 4, and he's going to pull up into 6th. Drives it deep into 1, but manages to hold it. And we talk about how bumpy this track is, how slick it is. From the nose cam on Cody Kennedy's car, I was going to say watch Jeremy Root, but Root has kind of pulled away here. Let's see if we can dial up Swafford's nose cam. Watching Pudge down in there, you can see how much these cars are bouncing around, especially on the bottom coming off turn 4. These cars are so much fun to drive here, but I'll tell you folks, they are a handful. Jeremy Edwards goes around Clay, putting him another lap down. Clay was looking at another big points night here tonight until that incident with Andrew Thornton. Clay came in tonight tied for 8th with Tyler Ott. Ott currently running in 13th, Clay in 16th. But Clay is closing in on 15th place Patrick Pieper and 14th place Brian Hewitt. And what about Brian Hewitt? I think he's been caught up in just about everything here tonight, has not given up one little bit. Tyler Ott is the next car up, but a lap ahead, he's still driving by him. Jeremy Edwards coming around. It'll be 15 laps to go at the line. Morgan gets a bit of a run. Jacob Morgan sitting in second, was sitting half a second behind. Oh, Morgan gets loose off turn 4. And Jeremy Edwards just got a ton of breathing room. Jacob Morgan drifts all the way back into 6th, and look who that moved up into the top 5. Jeremy Root closing in on Swafford and Pudge. Jeremy Edwards continuing to lead. Richie Joplin in 2nd. Pudge in 3rd. Swafford in 4th. And now Root closing in 5th. Last time by, Jeremy Root 1/10 of a second a lap faster than everybody else around him, or more. First place, Jeremy Edwards has a 1.7 second lead, but from 2nd back to 5th are nose to tail. Off turn 2, those 4 just nose to tail all the way around the track. Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate it, buddy. Have a great night, dude. Oh, Pudge drifts up in turn 3. Swafford may have the run here. Pudge manages to capitalize on it. He pulls back up. Swafford way deep into the wall. Jeremy Root slips by into 4th. 9 laps to go. Richie Joplin in second. Pudge still holds third. But Jeremy Root all over that back bumper. Root looks underneath out of turn 4. Pudge has his hands full for this one. Root looks underneath, gets the run out of 2. We've seen a couple of guys get under Pudge tonight, though, and Pudge fought back. Pudge cannot get it done this time. Root pulls into third. Richie Joplin in second, now just 0.6 of a second ahead. Jeremy Root started in 20th, has fought his way forward all night long to be in third with 5 laps to go. But can he take second place from Richie Joplin? Jeremy Edwards lead now 1.8 seconds. Nobody is getting to him if he can keep it clean. Would be a huge points night for Jeremy Edwards and Richie Joplin. And Pudge for that matter. Would definitely close the top 5 in points. The top 5 separated by just, looks like 44 points coming into this one. Would tighten that up tremendously with DP, the points leader, running in 8th. Jeremy Root has just about caught Richie Joplin. Drives way deep into 3. 2 laps to go for Jeremy Edwards. Kristen has got to be cheering right now and making him a very special cup. Richie Joplin has his hand. Oh, Jeremy Root gets loose out of 4. That may have saved Richie. Root to the high side. Jeremy Edwards way ahead. Safely will win this. Jeremy sends it deep into 3. Will he get it done? Jeremy Edwards. Edwards is going to win. Richie comes home in second and Pudge comes home third. But Jeremy Edwards wins at the Fairgrounds. Let's take another look. Jeremy Edwards coming around that last lap. Clears Patrick Pieper, comes through 3 and 4. Edwards gets the win. Nowski comes home third with that turn 4 pass here. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3. Pudge, that has to have been the wildest last lap pass I have seen in a while. Hey, Pudge, you got me, buddy?
No, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I got you now, bud. That was a wild pass at the end.
It was, man. I was upset. He passed me there with about 5 laps to go and was just able to get it back. Did he get loose up there on the high side?
He got really loose up there on the high side.
Oh, baby. Well, I'll take it. Give me the top 3 after that practice session. I'm glad we finished where we was. But, man, that was a good race tonight.
It definitely was one heck of a finish. Another big points night. Definitely helps make up for Bristol and continue your march for the title, buddy.
That's right, man. It definitely helps us out, and looking forward to next week. Try to keep this train rolling, buddy.
All right, great job tonight, Pudge. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you, Doug. Good broadcast.
Pudge comes home in third. Richie Joplin coming home in second. Richie, I told you the other night, you got all these wins recently. You need to get back to victory lane in one of these 87s.
Yeah, I used it up. I only changed 2 tires Putch is playing around with me. But yeah, I'll take a second. I mean, it's a good points night, might as well say. I mean,
It definitely was a big points night. The top 5 are definitely going to get a lot closer, especially with Jeremy winning and DP finishing back in 8th. But man, you had your hands full when Jeremy Root got to you, but you managed to hold him off. That was impressive.
yeah, I'm glad he raced me clean. I mean, I've raced with Root before, and he's always raced me clean. He's fast, I know that, and I just enjoyed it tonight. I mean, I had a really good race.
You definitely did, buddy. Another great run tonight. Congratulations, Richie.
Thank you.
Richie comes home in 2nd, and Jeremy Edwards pulls off the win. Jeremy, that was, I have to say, that last half of the race, you just dominated and were untouchable.
Yeah, I mean, pit strategy played into my favor, of course, with everyone pitting there for tires, and then there were so many cautions after that. No one could really do anything with the long run, so and then Clay got caught up in that wreck there, and me and Morgan basically just ran between us, and he got loose after I missed turn 3 and 4, so it was a pretty fun race there at the end.
It definitely was, and I know you had to have known Jeremy Root was coming, and he was coming quickly. Were you starting to worry there before he got mixed up with Pudge and Richie and just couldn't get past him?
I think if there was another late race caution, for sure. I was terrible on restarts. For some reason, when I shift, I don't know if I have something set up differently or something, but it would be all over me on the start there. So if there was another late race caution, for sure. I think just him so far back there trying to pass that many cars with so few laps, I figured it wasn't going to happen.
Well, man, it has been a while since you've been to Victory Lane. A huge points night, especially the top 5 going to close back up and put you way up there, a lot closer to a championship battle, man. A great run tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a fun series. Thanks to Pudge putting it on and McDaniels sponsoring the league, and thanks for broadcasting, buddy.
My pleasure, buddy. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Jeremy Edwards gets it done at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night as we get closer to the end of the National iRacing League's Truck Series, their playoffs. Tomorrow night is the next cutoff night. You're going to not want to miss a moment of that race. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Hope you guys had as much fun as we had. We'll see you tomorrow night.